Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be finishing another old project of mine, and we're gonna get straight into it. Originally it was meant to be a standing up model with legs, so I ripped off the joints that were going to be like the waist joints. And with this I have a plan that I'll share with you later with this model. So I used the tactic of a copious amount of hot glue to stick him straight to the base with a slight raised platform. Here I start to work on the first arm by gluing on a wooden bead, and then gluing on another, I think it's a piece of a pen, and then connecting another piece of a pen which I chopped the top off of. And then here, that's part of I think a eye contact box or something. And then here I use I have this old military toys, and they have these little tent things. So I use this as a hand on that side, and then I grab some more of the dog toilet roll things and some beads to make the fingers for this hand. And then here I start to work on the other arm. I use this big wooden piece from this old model kit thing, and again I use a wooden bead and part of a pen to make the arm. This again was part of the old project, so it has some weird bits of foam on it. I don't really know why. And I do the same tactic and use the same type of pen for the forearm of that arm. And I use the other half of the military thing for the shoulder plate. Then I attach this weird metal piece that I found, don't know what it's from, just for more detail. And then again, copious amount of hot glue to attach this, I think it's a lid. It's a lid to some sort of drink. And here, that's part of some sort of military. I think it was a tank. And on the one arm, you've probably noticed, I glued on a piece of a cannon, but I don't know where the footage went for that, so oh well. And here I use a tactic of armature wire and wooded beads to do this hand. I then have this little, I think it's like a cap to a spray bottle that I attach to the other shoulder to beef it up a little. Attach some more detail to cover a hole in one of the hands. And then I have some corrugated card that I start to glue onto different parts of the body. This is where I pulled out the foam sheets and start gluing them onto the model. Because I wanted to make, again, this model is meant to be very scrappy and looks like it's been shoved together, so adding a ton of little metal plates and bobs make it look that way. Then on top of this foam sheet, I glue on 3 different things. One's a pen lid, one's one of those cut-offs from one of the pens, and one is, I think it's a back of a pen that I pulled out just to add some more detail to the back of the model. Now here I pull out the Forbidden Peanut Butter, the Vallejo diorama effects. I use, I think it's mud, what is it? Earth texture, dark earth. It's a very simple one, but again, with plans that I shall reveal, I needed him to be very muddy, well, it won't be mud for long, but look very muddy. Here I recently got some cork sheets, so I start to tear this into pieces because the base is going to be a desert in the end, and in the very dry places of the desert, there's the kind of cracked just rock everywhere, and I wanted his base to have that around where he is bursting out of the ground, as if he's pushing him, the robot's pushing himself out of the ground, trying to climb out and almost escape in a way. and now it was time for the painting. So I spray painted it black. Also here, if you notice in the top left corner, there's the little like black circle thing. I've just noticed this in the editing. It's the stand I use for my phone that I record with. That's just in the corner of just like this shot, so sorry about that if that's annoying. I didn't mean to do that, and I did obviously notice when I was painting, so sorry for that. But as you know, if you've watched me, it's time for the story. Deep in the forgotten wasteland, where nothing, even the smallest animal, cannot survive. All that lies in the wasteland is old buildings, half engulfed by the sand, and the rest is a vast sea of sand that goes on and on as far as the eye can see. But in the midst of nothing, a large crack and crumble is heard. My name is Lusuf Torin, and I've finally located the legendary Smugglers Machine. After searching for around 4 years, I finally found it. It seems that the recent sighting of the giant samurai has triggered something in the old robot, as if it sensed the return of the samurai. The robot was worse for wear, but I can return the robot to the Smugglers Guild. Then we can fix it up and finally come back out of hiding. But as I approached the robot, half stuck in the sand, it stared at me, instantly became aggressive, tried to reach for me, but all I had to do was stand out of its reach. I thought I was safe until the robot used its large hands and arms to push itself out of the ground. The robot loomed over me, sending a shiver down my spine, thinking this was the end for me. But as I squeezed my eyes shut, nothing came. And as I opened my eyes, the robot was walking past me, in the direction of the samurai robot. It just kept walking and walking, seemingly forever, till it disappeared out of my view. Lusuf Torin, signing off. And now I thought I would get to talking about the painting. As you've seen, I've just been layering up lighter and lighter shades of blue until it reaches a white. Here I sped up the footage because I do this same technique for 3 more colors, a brown, a green, and the black. And I thought, honestly, that gets pretty boring. Just me doing the same thing. Apart from here, which I thought the white was too much on the brown, so I watered down a light brown and covered the white, and it still then became the brightest color on the brown. But after this brown, because this was the only unique part, I just did not show me doing the gray or the green because I thought it was a bit repetitive and would be boring. Here I start to paint in the sandy base, so I start with a darker orange, and then I dry brush on a lighter sandy color to just add some more variation in color. And then I paint up the sides of the base black and dry brush all over the model just to incorporate it all together. Now I think it's time for the final shots.